Hi, and welcome to Kentucky Farm Bureau Reports. Today we're at the Kentucky Expo Center for the National Farm Machinery Show, where folks from all over the globe come together to learn about ag innovation.
Agriculture technology keeps going up more and more, so we have specialists dedicated to planters, to tillage, to tractors, to engines. So if you have a specific question, you need to come and see us on your product. We can show you how to sit it, how to make it more efficient to operate.
The Kentucky Expo Center was jammed with rows and rows of quality products and services, hands-on demonstrations, and a variety of free seminars.
You come to this, you learn the new technology and what's going on, how the machines are progressing every year, how much better they're getting. And you know, farming as a whole is really technological and progressing very well. It's a fun day, and you see everything that goes on in all parts of the world, all types of machinery that they use. It's a great day, and yes, I would recommend it to anybody.
The show is also home to the Championship Tractor Pull, which is the oldest indoor tractor pull in America.
We've had a good year in Farm Bureau. It has been a good year. We have just so much, as I said, to be thankful for.
About 200 Farm Bureau leaders from across Kentucky traveled to Louisville for the County Presidents and Vice Presidents Conference.
My first year as president. It's been very informative so far. Learned a lot from the leadership there on how to run the county more effectively. Some great ideas to take back home there and implement over the year. One good thing about this conference, you do get to share a lot of ideas with fellow presidents from other counties. Get ideas to take back to yourself, as long as you share with ideas that you've done in the past that may help other counties as well.
The conference gives Farm Bureau leaders a chance to hear motivational speakers and attend a variety of sessions focusing on leadership training and important agriculture issues.
We're here in Frankfort today to recognize Food Checkout Day. This whole week is recognized for the fact that the farmers in Kentucky produce so many valuable resources.
Members and staff handed out food baskets to state senators and representatives in Frankfort this month. The baskets are a thank you for their support of agriculture.
We have a lot of legislators who do not have any type of agricultural background or come from an agricultural community. So therefore we like to emphasize to them that agriculture is a very important product in Kentucky. And this way we're showing them all the different products that are produced in Kentucky. And hopefully they will, the next time an agriculture issue comes up, they'll remember that, you know, we have a lot of farmers in Kentucky.
Agriculture is a large business and industry. It varies from parts of the state, but it is present all through the state. So with the economic engine that it is, one of the components that we have, it becomes important for legislators and policymakers to have contact and understand the needs, desires, wants of this community.
The Kentucky Farm Bureau Federation Board meeting was held in Frankfort last month. This meeting gives Farm Bureau leaders a chance to meet face-to-face with lawmakers and hear their side of the issues facing agriculture.
Kentucky Farm Bureau and I have been great working partners for the 6 years that I have been governor. We have really concentrated on trying to move agriculture ahead as the significant part of our economy it is, and we've had some great success. I mean, look at where we are today. We're coming out of this recession, and the agricultural part of our economy is booming right now, and so we want to build on that. You know, we have put a lot of things in our budget in the past that'll help move that along. This year, I've put $32 million in to finally build that Breathitt Veterinary Center that we need so desperately. So we're going to work hard to make sure we pass that. In the right direction.
Now here's President Mark Haney with an important message.
We have been pushing for a farm bill for a number of years right here, trying to get it implemented. Now, many people have said, you know, when we look at agriculture, agriculture looks like it's in good shape, and it has been. That we don't deny that at all. But the Farm Bill gives us the stability moving forward to give the programs that that we need for the safety net of farmers. Farm Bill really puts a heavy emphasis on crop insurance, and crop insurance really is going to be our safety net moving forward. For the first time, it makes permanent status a safety net, so to speak, for livestock producers other than some sort of an ad hoc type assistance program, whether it was drought relief or whatever. So we are pleased with that. As we move forward, we know that we're going to have to feed more and more people globally. If we're going to feed the portion that we need to, we're certainly going to do it on less inputs, but we're going to have to produce more. And we can do that, but it's going to take a lot of research. Research dollars come really mainly through the Farm Bill and through USDA. All those things are in place for us moving forward. You know, this is a piece of legislation that's so important to us in agriculture and our rural way of living. Farm Bureau will be there on the forefront working through this.
As the 2014 Kentucky General Assembly continues, we are working on our 2014 priority issues, including the state budget. We're working to maintain funding for the Breathitt Veterinary Center, also trying to secure tobacco settlement dollars. Other issues we are working on include our wildlife legislation. We have received resolutions from all across this Commonwealth from our Farm Bureau members, us seeking to do something to help alleviate crop losses due to wildlife. We have been working with the Fish and Wildlife and the Kentucky League of Sportsmen, and we do have a bill filed, and we need your help. We need you to call your member of General Assembly to ask them to support this wildlife legislation as we continue through this session.
Now here's Todd Bright with a special announcement.
Kentucky Farm Bureau is pleased to be working with the United States Farmer and Ranchers Alliance on an upcoming documentary called Farmland. This documentary is going to help people who are generations removed from the farm be able to better understand where their food comes from and the farmers who grow it. We're excited because this film is going to premiere all over the country starting in March, and there'll be a one-night only showing here in Louisville on April the 22nd. Please stay tuned to the end of Kentucky Farm Bureau Reports. There's two videos at the end. One is a feature on James Mall, the director of the documentary, and he talks about his vision for the film. And also there's a trailer for the movie. We hope that you take this and share it with others in your county and with your county boards. We believe this Farmland documentary is another great way that we can help tell agriculture's story.
Now for your calendar of coming events. The Kentucky Farm Bureau Legislative Drive-In Day is March 4th, and the Women's Leadership Conference is March 21st through the 22nd. Well, that's it for this month's report. We'll see you next time.
Steven Spielberg had seen a short that I had made and asked to meet with me because he had some ideas of other things he wanted to be done on video, and I got a job working for him making behind-the-scenes videos and that sort of thing. But very soon after I met him, he had this idea to videotape Holocaust survivors because he had just finished making Schindler's List. We had a chunk of money that a donor had given us to make a documentary about the Hungarian experience during the Holocaust. And we were talking about who was going to direct it. And by this time, I had been working with Holocaust survivors now for 3 years. And I really felt a need and a connection to the subject matter and wanted to make this film. And people said, no, we need someone who's got experience at this. I said, no, I can do this. And it was Steven Spielberg that said, James can do this. I never thought I was going to win an Academy Award for making The Last Days. It's just, you're focused on the story, and that's it, and trying to make as good a film as you possibly can. I like the uncertainty of not knowing exactly where the story is going to go, the fact that it's all real, and essentially getting to the truth. that's something that's that always excites me about a film. I've thought a lot in the past about making a film about farming by getting to know farmers on a personal level, the way I have in all of my films. I've been traveling with my crew all over the country, going and spending time with them, interviewing them one-on-one, stepping foot on the farm, seeing how the whole operation works, filming all of it. That was something I've been wanting to do for years and just never thought I really would. And with this documentary, I'm finally doing it. And it's as enlightening and fascinating to me as any of the films I've made so far. And I'm doing it at a time when there are a lot of hot button topics, issues going on in the world of agriculture right now. But I'm glad, because what I'm hearing from the farmers is enlightening, it's fascinating, and I can't wait to share it with everybody. What I am doing with this film is trying to answer a lot of questions, but not giving my opinion and my agenda. It's going to have answers from the people who are actually raising and growing the food we eat. The answers will come directly from the farmers and ranchers. That's my goal. I think we're lucky to have so many good, dedicated, really committed farmers and ranchers in this country. We're very fortunate to have them looking after our food supply. We decided we wanted to have people who are in different types of farming. We have fruits and vegetables and a chicken farmer, and everyone's in a different region because farming is so different from area to area, and does a different type of farming. So we get a very good overall picture of what farming is like in this country. There are certain challenges that are common with all farmers around the country, and certain things that keep coming up from time to time. I mean, one of the things that was very surprising to me is one of the questions I had planned to ask is, what's the biggest challenge you face today? And I expected answers about water issues and financial issues and the market, that sort of thing. And across the board, everybody says, well, it's right now public scrutiny, criticism, people vilifying us without even knowing who we are or what we do. I'd like to think that after watching this film, people will come away with the feeling that they personally know a farmer, that they now have a personal connection, as if it's a family member. Just an understanding of who it is that's growing and raising the food we eat every day. If that connection can be made, then I've done my job.
Most Americans are 5 generations removed from the farm, and each generation gets a little farther. Some people still view farmers as the old guy on a rickety tractor with overalls.
And that's not the case at all. We're just like everyone else, we just have different jobs. We're normal.
The core of it is still growing and producing something, but the way we do it has changed.
We've got way more technology, we've got way better equipment.
If this is representative, you have more melons than I have.
The global demand for food is growing. As a younger generation, we have to find some way to keep up with that and maintain that.
Farming is an inherently risky business.
It's high risk, high reward.
I've been broke more times than you'd want to know.
If the market drops or sales are getting rejected, let me see what I can do.
It's a very real concern that you lose everything. And so, what do you do?
It's all at the mercy of the weather.
A few less inches of rain is the difference between a good crop and no crop.
Have you found anything?
I'm not even finding a seed.
Just trying to keep my head above water some days.
You leave a lot up to Mother Nature.
And Mother Nature never takes a day off.
I live for the future, and so I farm for the future, because my time's up. It isn't about me. It's about the next generation.
Lots of people talk about how hard they work, but until you know a farmer, you don't know what hard work is.
Basic needs for food don't just appear in a grocery store.
We spent so much time and so much effort into making something happen. And when it finally does happen, we're pretty proud of it.
It's what I do, it's what I love. Anybody that knows me is going to say farmer.
Some days the kids are riding with me on a tractor and I'm still at my job. I'm living my dream.